The following program is a public service of Gulf Coast State College, WKGC, and Commodore Productions. And now, the Military Hour with Carrie Dieter.
Welcome to Military Hour. A returning guest today is retired Lieutenant Colonel Chaplain David Trogdon of the Hope Project. Man, it's been a while.
It has.
And we've all been busy with various and sundry things.
Definitely.
Michael was one of them that everybody's going to be dealing with for a while.
Well, yeah, true.
So bring us up to speed on what's going on with the Hope Project, what events are coming up, and where you stand right now yourselves with the Hope Project.
Okay. Well, we were very blessed. We endured Michael, and our pole barn over the stalls was completely destroyed, but what matters most is all the horses are okay. And so that was a blessing. And since the hurricane, we've actually added another horse named JD, who's 30 years old, and he was rescued from the devastation where he was at. And now we have 4 goats as well.
4 goats.
4 hurricane goats. And,
well, as short as I am I going to get to ride one of those, or do I still have to stick with horses when I come out?
Well, you know, those goats are kind of small, but so are you. We'd have to get a goat saddle, I guess. But they're cute as can be, and but we were very blessed. The Hope House had some damage, going to need a new roof and some siding and stuff. But you know, ultimately, compared to so many others who lost so much more and the devastation that all of us have seen, we're very blessed. And because we were so blessed, my prayer was, okay, Lord, how can we help others?
Right.
And you know, there's almost some of that survivor's guilt after the storm because we were okay.
Yeah, roger that.
But God opened some doors, and we were able to start distributing relief supplies. And you know, one group provided a big tent and a forklift, and you know, the supplies just started coming in from everywhere, and we were able to keep doing that. And I think during the 6 weeks that we were able to do that, we averaged well over 150 to 180 a day. A day. And one Saturday we gave out over 5,000 pounds of just dog and cat food.
5,000 pounds.
When we started, we were getting like 400 people a day that we were helping, and it was a great blessing. There's a lot of heartbreak as well. You know, just talking to the people. And as we went out and, you know, we deliver supplies, we went everywhere from Mariana to Sneads to Port St. Joe, coming back through Mexico Beach, which was heartbreaking to see all that.
I got friends there too.
But that was a blessing, and in the last couple of weeks we've kind of shifted gears because our forklift is gone and our tent is gone, and so we've been working on our property, removing debris, and getting ready for a big event on the 22nd.
So all told, we're going to get to the event on the 22nd because that's really going to be fabulous. But I'm going to back up to the beginning. Did the 4 goats just wander onto the property? Or
no, they were given to us. The place they were at, just like the horse, the place and the property was destroyed, and they needed somewhere to go.
Sure.
And so we now are not only with horses, most of them rescues, but now we have some goats, and we have 2 larger white, which are still small, Kevin and Dougie. And we have 2 little ones that we call Pebbles and Bam Bam.
Pebbles and Bam Bam.
I thought about calling them Carrie, but you know.
Well, I mean, it'd be fine.
Yeah, I'm waiting until we get a mini donkey.
It would be that would be more apropos for sure. And JD, how did you come about getting him? He wandered on, was it? Or?
No, JD, where he was at, about an hour and a half out in the country away from us, the place was destroyed. and he needed somewhere to go, and so we sent our horse trailer and truck out there, and brought JD back with us. And he's 30 years old, half Arabian. We don't even know what JD stands for, but we had him to the vet and had him checked out. And for an old guy, kind of like us, he's in pretty good shape.
Good, that's good.
He's a good horse, and hopefully he'll be able to live out his days and be spoiled. We're fattening him up because we don't believe in skinny horses.
There you go.
And so, we're blessed, and we may be taking on another one soon. So we're not technically we're not a rescue, but we're glad to help wherever we can.
Oh yeah. Just a skinny horse isn't a good horse. You gotta fatten them up. Yeah.
Exactly.
Gotta keep them healthy. Now that we covered that, and you're working on your damages, I don't want anybody to think that you're unscathed out there, because obviously you're not, just from what little bit you told me, the pole barn down and all that type thing. But is there anything specific that you need at the Hope Project?
Not that I know of. We've throughout the distribution part and in the cleanup, and we're working on covering up some stalls and putting some roofs on the stalls, because the metal stalls, they did okay. So we covering our feed and our hay and some things like that. And we've had some great volunteers. The VFW Triple Nickel, Panama City Beach, Ken, who's a 90-year-old World War II vet. He outworks all of us, and he doesn't quit. And some of the others from Triple Nickel, and then some others, Kevin and some new volunteers, have been great, or we wouldn't have been able to do anything like we're doing. And again, we're just very thankful.
Well, yeah, and in my own situation, had it not been for brothers and sisters helping out to get us tarped and all that type of thing, we'd have been in a mess, big mess. So it's just kind of what we do. We help where we can, when we can. I could probably still get up on a roof, but who I'm married to, and she wasn't going to have any of that. So I'd let that go to the younger guys and gals. Yeah. But in any event,
well, I went against orders and from my household 6 commander and got up there anyway. At least the stalls aren't too tall.
Yeah, you're a braver man than I am, that's for sure.
Thin line between bravery and stupidity, and I stomp all over it many times.
Well, I've been accused of stupidity a lot, so in any event, and it's okay. I'm not the brightest light bulb in the pack, but I flicker once in a while. So in any event, and I mentioned to you about a brother up in Fountain that has horses, and we're still trying to get him going. But kind of in I guess the same situation with a barn and whatnot, and an older guy. But we're going to get him helped, and more than what we have so far. But we need a little break in the weather. He's under about 6 inches of water on his property.
Oh my goodness!
So we need some dry time, please, Lord, thank you.
Florida's a sunshine state, right?
Yeah, until it gets wet in this area. But it's not just him, it's all of us. We need a little break from the water.
Yeah.
So, about the event that's coming up.
Well, first of all, I want to brag on some people. On Thanksgiving, we had some people come through, and there's a couple vets, Sarah Wright, who heads up a new nonprofit called Sarah Cares, and she was able, along with a bunch of people who got together, and we were able to provide Thanksgiving meal at Forest Park United Methodist, and I think overall there was like 1,100 fed.
Yeah.
And
you hear that, folks? 1,100.
And so I wanted to do something around Christmas, and 2 of my favorite people in the world at my favorite, steakhouse in the world.
I knew that was coming.
Paul and Helen from Texas Roadhouse on the beach came to me and out of the blue said, "David, if you have anything going on, we will feed up to 1,000 people." And you know me, I'm not going to turn down anything, and I jumped all over that.
Sure.
And so on the 22nd of this month, that's a week from Saturday, Texas Roadhouse is going to set up at the Hope Project, and we're inviting everyone we can. Let us know you're coming, but we're going to have lunch from 11:30 to 1 or 1300. And Texas Roadhouse is going to have a buffet there. And then during lunch, we're going to have the Grinch. He's going to show up. But no fear, because Santa is coming at 1 o'clock.
Oh, so this might be a fisticuff.
It might be a
Grinch
throwdown.
and Santa,
Yeah.
so that the Grinch can't steal Christmas.
Although I've heard that Santa is bringing backup in some elves and Frosty the Snowman
Whoa.
and some reindeer horses.
Well, he's going to have a lot in his corner.
Oh yeah, I mean
Look
the
out,
Grinch.
Grinch.
Yeah, you know, I'm not a betting guy, but you know, I wouldn't bet on the Grinch. You know, but Santa will be there, and we're doing a toy drive. We want to be able to give all the boys and girls something, even if it's something small. What we want to do is make Christmas a little brighter, and so we call it a Christmas of Hope. And especially if you do Facebook, you know, you go to the Hope Project and you can respond to the event. But we're just hoping for a great day. There's so much devastation around, and you know, even our families. We were talking last night and some other people and said it just doesn't seem like Christmas. And so we're going to decorate all we can, and that's why we're hard cleaning up, you know, the property and everything, and we just want to have a great day.
Yeah, real quick, and I'm going to share something also. Let everybody know how and to get in touch with you. I know you mentioned Facebook,
Right.
but you wanted people to let you know if they're going to come out on the 22nd. Let them know the best way to do that.
Okay. If you're on Facebook, you can go to Hope Project Inc. INC. That's our Facebook page.
Project Inc.
And we have the event. We'll share it all over the place. You can just respond. And if you can, you know, maybe message and say, okay, I've got, you know, like you and Lash, 25 kids, or, you know, something like that.
Okay.
But, you know, a lot of people don't do Facebook, and so you can email me, ArmySoldier79 at Yahoo.
ArmySoldier79 at Yahoo.
Or even text my cell, and I give that out all the time. It's 850-896-4868. Text me, call me, and we'll be glad to sign you up. And I guarantee you'll have a great time. Great food, you know, Santa, you know.
Sounds like it's going to be a blast.
It
like
does.
A really, really good time, too. And for good reasons. So I was going to share with you one of the things, and I mentioned to you earlier that one of my biggest challenges was just kind of wrapping my arms around my wife, as many have. But my shed was completely destroyed. And I had a lot of stuff stored in it. So, and most of it was trashed, just trash. So what survives? A little Christmas tree about that big.
There you go.
And my biker Santa Claus that plays Born to Be Wild.
That's you.
So, well, anyways, so I did get to put that together and show it to her, and that was probably the first time she smiled in about 3 or 4 weeks. So, something good came out of it.
One of the blessings, you know, we lost a lot of trees out in the fields and around the house and pole barn, obviously. But we have a memorial to Buzz, a Vietnam vet out there.
Yeah.
It was like untouched. You know, the fences are down, you know, Buzz Field with, you know, the fence there is like pretty much destroyed, but there's the memorial with flag and everything.
Wow. And he had the heart attack just after. I remember. I remember.
And so that was definitely touching.
Absolutely, and we were spared the trees too. None of them hit the house.
Well, that's why at my house,
they're gone.
We had like 20 some go down, but you know, we were blessed. The only damage besides trees was my pole barn out there now has a sun, moon, and rain roof. There's, you know. But, you know, driving around and seeing, and still, over 2 months later, you see so much destruction, and progress is slow, and it's going to take years, and, you know, we
that is true.
Still do all we can, especially for our vets and their families and our first responders, because those are the ones that aren't going to come out for help.
Right, yeah.
And,
Exactly.
you know, call it our pride or whatever, we just focus on others and getting the mission done. And so we're going to keep doing what we've been doing ever since we started. And that's why we're here.
I understand that. I've forgotten. It's been so long since I've been here. I forgot how to use this remote thing for the timer. So I'm on my own right now.
Oh.
It's all good.
I thought maybe that had the Brad Pitt filter. So
Well,
I look more like Brad
yeah,
Pitt.
they removed that filter, so I can't use it anymore.
I feel sorry for your audience.
I know. But 22nd of December, and you said 11 until 1.
11:30 till 1
till 1.
is lunch, provided by Texas Roadhouse.
Yeah.
And then 1 to 3 is Santa and a bunch of other activities and games. It's going to be a good time.
And thank you, Paul and Helen
Yes.
Schreiner. Great people,
Yes.
big veteran supporters and first responder supporters.
Between
You
them
name
and
it.
Mission Barbecue,
Oh,
they
yeah,
provided
they-
us 70 gallons of tea for Thanksgiving.
Mission Barbecue.
Culver's has been good to us.
Good place.
And, you know, one thing about all, you know, the tragedy is seeing so many good people just come out. And that's what I said, you know, we wouldn't have been able to give out anything unless people had been giving to us from so many different directions.
And I was going to ask, some of your help and people that were bringing were from other states.
Oh, we had, in
What
fact,
states?
the whole thing with the 22nd started with a dear lady coming out of Louisville, Kentucky. She made a trip down with her car loaded up, and so she wanted to provide cookies with Santa.
Cookies with
so she'll be coming back. Her first name is Liz. We had a couple, and they're about ready to make their third or fourth trip from Tampa. You know, they have a load still coming in this weekend. We're going to get it out to those who are still,
Good deal.
you know, giving out supplies. And we had two vehicles, some ladies come up from Miami and the Keys, bringing things for the
That's a
horses
trick.
and they're still giving. They're helping provide us with some hay, and then, I mean, it's just coming from so many different directions, and it's really humbling. We have a car come from like Arkansas, and you know, I'm not used to receiving. I'm used to giving, and so it's
I
a little
understand.
difficult, you know.
Yeah.
But it was very humbling. But you see a lot of good people.
Well, firsthand, going back to, I mentioned Tommy in Youngstown, not Youngstown, in, help me out, Fountain. But while we were there helping with the trees and all that, removing them, who pulls up? 2 volunteers from Hope Project. What are they doing? Feed for the horses, feed for the dog, got some cat food. Woohoo! I mean, those 2 young ladies were just absolutely stellar. You could see how genuine they were in wanting to help. It wasn't just, oh yeah, here you go, here's something. No, I mean, they genuinely were interested in helping people, and it shows.
And it's amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, I do the Hope Project. It's what I do. It's my ministry, and you know, it's what God allows me to do. But it is. But we have so many great volunteers. Kevin out of Mariana, his place was damaged, his roof and everything, and so he showed up one day and received some things. He was back the next day wanting to volunteer. And so I said, well, can you drive a forklift? He said, I did years ago. I said, you're hired, you know. And he's been there like every day. And so many others. You know, I didn't really do anything. I just kind of jumped in and worked with the volunteers. And
Well, somebody has to be management. I mean,
well, I wasn't even that. I think Ken, the 90-year-old World War II vet's management.
I hear you.
But I always joke with the volunteers, you know, you start out at my salary. In 2 weeks, we double it. So 2 times 0 is 0. But I told them their pay is 1 MRE a day.
Well, that's not bad.
No.
I I've already gone 3 days without eating, so you know.
Yeah, exactly. But we're very thankful.
Yeah.
And, you know, hopefully we can keep being a blessing. And that's the whole thing. You know, we've been blessed to be a blessing.
There you go.
And
Yep.
God has blessed us so much, and it's amazing. And so hopefully we can continue to do that, and hopefully be a blessing to a lot of kids and a lot of families on the 22nd and for Christmas.
Yeah. I mean, that sounds like a good thing. And I did respond. I cleared it with my boss.
Yeah,
and we're going to be there.
Okay.
If we're breathing, we're there. So.
Well, then you better be.
Yeah,
and hopefully if you're
I
there.
hope I'm still breathing.
Yeah, and once you come, just keep breathing, okay?
That would be good too. Yeah.
I ain't doing CPR on you, dude.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you at all. Brother David,
Sir.
Just always a good time.
Oh, thank you so much.
Always glad to see you.
You are a blessing and a good friend, and
I'm more trouble than a blessing, but
well, blessings in disguise.
I know the good Lord hasn't done with me yet, because I'm proof.
Exactly.
Please tell Connie that we said hello.
Well, give Lash our love, and
Yep.
if we can help
We'll do it.
our friend in Fountain, you know, let us know.
Yeah, we're working on that deal.
Yeah.
Yep. Because I told Tommy, we're not going to forget you. Don't
No,
worry about
no.
that part.
And one of the good things about this, we made a lot of new friends, you know, that help bring stuff in, and so we're very thankful for all the new friends we made.
Yep. And now you mentioned Sarah.
Yes.
Sarah cares.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know that she will see this, but you can extend to her the invitation to come out.
I'll do that.
Talk about what her
Yeah.
organization is and what they do. And that goes for anybody in the communities, any of the surrounding counties. If you have something that pertains to whether it's Hurricane Michael or what organizations you support, and it's community-based, and you want to be on here and talk about it, just let me know. Everybody's got my phone number too, 850-441-6279. You may not be able to understand my speech all the time, but I will repeat as many times as necessary. So we're going to give that one again, 850-441-6279, and you're welcome here on Military Hour. So
It's a lot of fun. Great place to be.
It's more fun when we're off camera because he picks on me a lot. You believe a preacher picks on a little guy?
That's only because you deserve it.
Oh, well, there you go. That's fine. Until next time, we're just going to say, see ya. Love you, brother.
You too. Thank you.